Yes, I want to start the fucking event. There we go. Your event is starting.
There we go. We're live.
Fucking A, Jesus Christ.
And they're like swimwear now.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to OverDose Vapes. Sorry for that delay. As you can see, much like my headphones that are held together with
Duct tape.
With a fucking rubber glove, this stream is also held together with a rubber glove. Now I had to do a Zoom update. I think that's what it was, Jesse. I had a Zoom update to do. I think that was fucking.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I said I had a power outage earlier, but everything seemed like it was working fine on my end, so I don't know.
Oh, God.
It was just like a blip. But when I came upstairs, the computer was like need to be rebooted and shit. But
this is such a perfect encapsulation of 4 years of OverDose Vapes. We try to do a show and it fucking shits on us. Paul Ashton, what's going on, brother?
What's happening?
Hey.
I wouldn't miss the 4-year anniversary. Come on.
Well, it's kind of clickbait, okay? Because it's actually on the 20th would be as exactly 4 years on the 20th.
Yeah, but I mean, still.
Right?
It's the anniversary month, so.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. So what day is that actually going to be on? Let me look. Be a Thursday. I'll probably have to do some kind of thing on Thursday, like a live show of some kind, just like an actual, hey, this is 4 years ago, we started this. So I uploaded, if anybody's part of the Facebook group, I actually uploaded there. I did a link there of the first video we ever uploaded. I uploaded like our intro that I made that I was super proud of, which literally is just white text on a black background that says OverDose Vapes with like a beat that I made. That was the first one that I did on the 19th. But the first video where we're talking is on the 20th of December, 2014. And it is supremely cringy. I went and watched it yesterday. I was just curious. And fuck, man, it's like, holy shit, that's hard to watch. And so I put a link on the Facebook group. So if you guys are interested, head over there and check it out. It's fucking hard to watch. And then I started watching. Then I started kind of breezing through some of the original videos. Also pretty hard to watch. But I'm thinking what I might do on Thursday is do one of those things where you go back and you watch some old videos, like while doing commentary on them and shit. And I'm thinking that might be a pretty good idea as far as like a way to celebrate it and giving some stuff. Oh, yeah. Like the first thing I noticed when I looked at that first video was like, holy shit, I'm really stoned. Like I was so stoned in that video, and I don't smoke pot anymore. But during that time, I definitely did, and man, we were fucking high. Like, so and those first couple months of videos, I was looking at them. It's like, man, we were fucking stoned. So it is what it is. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and say hello to everybody. Sorry about the delay, you guys. Honestly, it was it was crazy. But I think it was just me mostly because I got an update to do for Zoom, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So that's what it is. Vaping swag. What's going on, brother? John Mueller, that white guy. Drowsy, Smoke 42 Vape. Cooking Khan, good morning, brother. He's all the way across the world. ADV, what's going on? Hope everything's okay. All my prayers are with you, brother. Let's get that baby out of the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
James Rivera, what's going on? Oh, that vape. Hello, milady. What else we got? Indy's best. What's crapping in?
What's crapping in?
What's crapping in? Stand up 3D. He's in the room, so I don't have to say hello to him. Easy Rider. What's happening? Okay. Lurk, my friend. Lurk away. Ooh, I just got a message that Jason Hendrickson posted in Nitro Labs eLiquids Facebook page. So, So, there's a little story. One of the first guys who I met, actually met in person from the industry, was this guy named Jason Hendrickson. He used to run a company called Nitro Labs. They made literally a couple e-liquids. One was called Forbidden Donut, and one was called Moon Waffles. And the whole shtick behind Moon Waffles was that he literally built like this rocket, or it was like a rocket that one of these colleges built or some shit. And part of the cargo was a bottle of that Moon Waffles e-liquid, a bag of cotton bacon, and they fucking launched it into space, into like low Earth orbit and shit. And yeah, so I got to meet that guy at an event because I was really excited because Moon Waffles is like such an amazing liquid, and Forbidden Donut is good too. Unfortunately, that company has gone under for the most part, except for I just saw here recently, he's doing like a group buy for everybody from that group who's interested. They're doing like a one-off run of Forbidden Donut. So if you're like a old school viewer of this and of the channel and you know about Forbidden Donut, this would be your chance to get some. I think probably be your last chance to get some. So it is what it is. Forbidden Donut was a crazy flavor. It was like chocolate donut with peanut butter and shit. It was pretty sweet. But yeah, really solid dude. Also had a lot to do with Cotton Bacon. Same kind of group of people. Cotton Bacon and Nitro Labs was like both based in the same little Idaho town and shit. So yeah, there you go. A little story from the past. And there's actually a picture in the intro of my videos. You'll see a video or a picture of me standing with a big ass dude at a convention, and we're both going like, "What's up?" And that's Jason Hendrickson, and that's the little moon capsule that we're standing next to. So, okay, ADV man, go do your boy.
Prayers, brother.
Yeah, that's love that guy. Love that guy. All right, so what's everybody vaping on?
Oh, if you want, I'll start.
Go for it.
We got Topside Citadel with the deep cut Psycho Crawler in there.
I saw you post that on Instagram.
Yeah, this stuff is really good.
I've heard nothing but good things.
And I broke out the Apocalypse on the Basium.
Nice.
And I got the Dragon Shake in there from Deep Cuts from Vinyl Vapor.
Dragon Shake.
Dragon Fruit Milkshake.
Dragon Fruit, not one of my favorites.
You'd be surprised. I don't like dragon fruit either, but this one's good. He does it right. And I got on his resistance shirt that you can get in the giveaway because he's giving away 2 resistance packs. You get a 60 ml bottle of each, and you get the shirt. And he's doing 2 of them in the chance to score. So get on over to St. Jude's, and I'll get the link out in chat for everyone to donate, and they can get it. Send it over to my email, daytimefrank@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
And get this out. Yeah, we're over $1,000. I just checked it because someone had asked earlier where we were with it. I'm like, oh, I don't know. And when I added it up, we're just over 1,000. It's like $1,020.
Wow, that's awesome.
And Fresh is going to be doing a huge stream this weekend. Well, next weekend coming up. Gonna be awesome. He's him/Alo is putting a piece together for it, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good.
Awesome. So All Things Brandy wants to know, and hello, All Things Brandy. Any of you guys? I guess I can just call her Brandy. Brandy wants to know, any of you guys use the recurve Squonker? I've been trying to get that.
Get it. That's my recommendation. Get it.
Just get it.
What's the wattage on that?
I think it don't have, it's not adjustable like that, but I think it's
supposed to be like 100 watts, ain't it?
It's supposed to be like around 100 watts.
It's just a steady output. There's no mini.
Yeah. It's just you power on and off, and it has a low battery light that's behind the bottle that will let you know when it's getting low and needs to be charged and all that stuff. But it's nice. It feels really good in the hand. The recurve RD8 is great. You can't go wrong by getting it.
The only thing I would say is that I just saw an announcement for the dual battery topside.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say my only other like thing is that topside. You can't go wrong with that one either.
Yeah, I would say wait for the dual battery topside. I think it probably won't be long for that's out.
Yeah, I can't wait for that dual battery to come out. I want one.
Is it dual 21700s?
I think so.
I'm sure.
That's gonna be a big bitch.
Yeah, but you can run it with 18650.
Well, you figure this is a dual 18650 and this is a brick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
it's gonna be as small as possible, I'm sure, because I think the top side for what it is actually relatively easy to,
It is. It's pretty light. I threw this in my pocket. and it's not pulling my pants down. I mean, it's it's light enough even with a full bottle, and
I like that actual 10 mil of liquid that it holds instead of saying it's 10, but it's really like 7.
Yeah, exactly.
It has a fucking badass bottle on it, dude.
In theory,
I'm gonna grab my top set.
Yeah, I see Bill McCurry out in chat. To get into it, we got 10 sets of aliens here that he made for the chance to score. So you have a chance to get them.
I guess
really,
I'll talk.
Really good looking coils.
Are they? I guess I'll talk about what I'm vaping on since.
Yeah, go for it.
Top side with the .RDA single coil, fucking awesome, and Current River in that, and then Hammer by Immortal Mods and the Drop Dead on top of it. Current River in that also.
Nice.
And that, I just got that mod, and I love that mod.
That's a pretty looking mod.
That is a nice looking mod.
It's a stack.
So everybody just leave me alone.
It's a stack, but I'm using it in single battery mode. So
Pussy. Sorry.
I know.
Single battery, single coil, you know.
Vagina. No, I'm just joking. Fuck one.
Yeah, I'll blast mine out real quick because I've been on the minimum. I've been keeping it minimalistic lately. I picked up a Drop Dead. I collapsed a coil in it the other day, so I'm back over to the straight up Dead Rabbit on the R233 as usual, my workhorse. Absolutely love it, but slamming yellow peaches. That's it. It's just straight up yellow peaches.
I'm really glad that you.
We were just talking about peaches last week on Frank's show, and then on this show that same night. So
I'm really glad you showed a mod because when you said you're doing the minimalist thing, I thought you was going to have a battery with a coil wrapped up to it,
right? And
pouring liquid on there.
That would be dope.
Yeah, no, full on. No, full mod. Don't worry.
Hold on, you have a challenge cap on that.
No, this is OG cap. Yes. No, I
like the.
I have no issue. I have no issue with the Dead Rabbit, the original Dead Rabbit, man. I have no issue. I love that fucking thing.
There's some of those people out there, I guess.
And, I get awesome. Well, no, I've never had an issue. I get awesome flavor off of it. I get great vapor production. No issues whatsoever. I actually found that I like the original Rabbit a little bit more than I like the cap that comes with the Drop Dead. Just a little bit, only a little bit. But I do have to say though that I like the style of this airflow, but I do get a hint more flavor, and the deck buildability on the Drop Dead is just that much better. It's just a hint. I just like the way that the airflow feels on the original Dead Rabbit.
I like it too.
Thank you, Pippa. We are all peach faces.
What up?
Pippa. Oh, okay.
So
Trucker coming in too. What's going on, Mike?
For the week before that, I was on what was the flavor? It was a grape pixie stick called Caterpillar.
Oh, you're on some weird shit the last.
Yeah, I've been changing it up, man.
I see that.
I ran through all of my my one shots and everything, and I'm out of Nick, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait until after the holidays, because if I try to fucking order that shit now, it's gonna be delayed like 3 fucking days, 3 weeks. As we saw last year when I ordered my fucking Black Friday mod, it didn't come for like 2 months.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Unless it's coming from fucking Amazon and it's 2-day guaranteed delivery, I'm not ordering shit this time of the year.
Well, after the storm we got last night, they ain't guaranteeing a damn thing for at least 2 weeks around here.
Yeah. Well, I had a delivery that was supposed to go out yesterday and be delivered today, and it actually, because of the storm, got held until today. So,
yeah, exactly. I mean, anybody that's going to order from Bull City this week, yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
they're fast, but they don't have planes.
But yeah, no, I've been on some I've been changing it up a little bit. Kind of giving the palette a run for its money, you know.
Little refresh on the old
Yeah,
palate.
a little refresh. Going with a little bit more of the candy flavors before I go back to the usual suspects, you know.
You know what's so weird is that, like, for me, I'm real simple as far as like what I like to vape day to day, but like with my CBD liquids, I really prefer like really tart, sour candy kind of flavors, like sour apple, grape, shit like that. Not grape. I don't even know why I say grape. Grape's terrible in all forms, but like sour apple, like sour, I don't know, whatever, different flavors. Because I've had a bunch of different ones, and the strawberry milkshake one that I had that I thought I was gonna love was actually my least favorite.
Yeah, it tastes like dog shit.
Like, I think CBD itself has like a really strong flavor, even though they say it's flavorless. It's definitely not flavorless. So.
No.
Yeah. Oh, anything else interesting?
I just got a mouthful of liquid. Oh, I made my current river this time with vanilla pudding instead of Greek yogurt. That's
wow. Look at you, fancy man.
How big of a difference is it? It's got to be huge.
I fucking love the vanilla pudding from Flavora. So it's great both ways for me. I can do both ways, and it's just about the same. It's just they're the same for me, but they're different. You know.
Yeah.
I like it both ways. I've done it. Well, this is the second time.
The one time Jesse goes both ways.
Yeah. The only time I'll ever go both ways.
Right?
Until he sees me posted up on the pimp wall here like this.
Right.
What's up?
Yeah, nothing too crazy for me. Just got I sent you the picture earlier, Travis, but I'm getting the home studio finally fully up and running operationally.
Jealous.
Set up the drum kit and everything tonight. Got it all mic'd up. There's the overhead mic for it. We're good to go.
Oh yeah.
My home studio is literally, I'm sitting right in front of it. I have my fucking beat machine underneath a bunch of shit over here. I just use my keyboard tray for it. And I put my keyboard over there.
Yeah, I just brought down all of my rack mount gear, and it's in piles around me at the moment. The floor is a fucking wreck back here. I have to undo about 2 years worth of cable squirrel rat nest mess in order to set everything up the way that I need it to be. But yeah, I'm actually going to be I picked up a shit ton of new tools and everything like that. And I'm going to start doing a little bit of luthier work and setting up guitars and doing a couple of custom builds for friends. So
cool.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be fun.
So, that vape wants to know, is that Travis, you're supposed to talk about CBD, worried about getting banned. So there's been some changes. I am still worried always, just in general, about getting my channel fucking raped. If you'll notice, I mean, people have been longtime fans of the channel. You might notice a lot of changes that I've done in the day-to-day content. Like, I don't curse as much. I try not to curse at all, because those are things that they can come at you about. I definitely am very conscious of what I review, but as far as like just talking about it on the live stream, like I think if I were to name the stream something like Juul CBD, it would probably get flagged. But I think just talking about it, I think should be fine. But you never know. There are ways. I mean, they do monitor content and not just titles and shit as well. So I'm not too worried about it. We're also not like doing in-depth looks at it here, so that's another thing. You know, it's sketchy. I think just vaping in general is on thin ice. But I will say this: there's been some other crazy changes that I've noticed. Not only have all of my videos, literally 100% of them, been monetized for the last 2 months, they went back and remonetized every single video in my library, except for the ones that have copyright stuff on them. And the only reason they didn't remonetize those because they're already monetized by the copyright holders.
Yeah.
And they get any money that those videos generate. I don't make a ton of money, but just the way I look at like the health of a channel, right? If they're allowing you to monetize your content, then you're on a pretty even keel. If you notice all of a sudden that every single one of your videos they're saying it's not monetizable, right? Either they're red checked, like you cannot run ads at all, or in my case, I was getting a lot of those yellow ones, like may not be suitable for all advertiser things, where it's like, well, we'll run some ads on these, but not all ads on these.
Yeah.
Now it's all just green. I mean, literally every single one. And like I said, they went through and remonetized videos that I know they had demonetized. So I don't know what exactly happened there. I don't know if they're just like there was some blowback initially from advertisers, and then like that kind of died down. So they just said, well, we're going to go back to business as usual. I'm not sure.
Could have been a huge algorithm fuck up, and they fixed it, and now it's.
Yeah, could be. I honestly don't know. So, I mean, it's shitty for people who lost their channels, like fucking what's his name?
Foolish,
you know.
Yeah.
Lost his channel, but I'm happy that it seems like the channel's on a pretty even keel. I still think there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that are how do I say this? They're not in my favor as far as being a reviewer of vape products on YouTube, right? I think that the algorithm definitely is trying to hide us as much as possible. People very often will message me and say, hey, like I've noticed you put up like 6 videos and I haven't gotten any notification about any of those, and I'm subscribed and I have the bell fucking notification thing put on, and I still don't ever see your videos. And so you know, my only reply to that is, yeah, I mean, I could see YouTube trying to marginalize us 100%. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
They may try to unsubscribe and then subscribe back to you and click that bell again and see if that maybe changes it.
Absolutely. And another thing is, you know, every once in a while, check to make sure you're still subscribed to me, because YouTube will do these things where they'll go through. They even, like I saw one of the YouTube guys talking about it. They said, if we notice as part of the new algorithm changes, if we notice you're not watching a video, we might not watching a channel frequently enough, whatever that means, we might purge you from that channel.
Yeah.
So, you know, keep an eye. If you're interested in the channel, keep an eye on it. Check back a couple times a week. I usually upload 2 reviews and then the live stream. I usually do three things a week. And I used to spam and just upload a video every day, but it seems like I get better responses if I just do a couple a week. So.
Yeah, some of my best videos, I took like almost a month off from my live show. Just, you know, life happened, shit was going on. And when I came back, it was like the first video I had like twice the number of views that I normally get.
Yeah, it's weird because, you know, people say you usually get most of your views in the first 48 hours. For me, my videos get views over years, because these e-liquids that I'm reviewing, a lot of the times, those are still available. Like,
yeah,
the first e-liquid I ever reviewed, I think was like actual review was vanilla custard from White Label Juice Co. You can definitely still get that. People still do get it all the time. People still go and watch that video because it's like, hey, I want to see a review of this e-liquid. So, all right. So, what's that?
I was gonna say the video that I have on my channel that's the most viewed is a what you call it? It's an RDA. It's called the what the hell is it called again? Oh, what's shit? Now I'm brain cramping. It's been a long day. Shoveling.
Story, man.
The Killing Time RDA. It's like hardly anybody reviewed it. I have like 800 or 900 views on that one RDA.
Let me see what my
Easy Rider asked, hey, I donated, but I have no way to message you. I'll put it here in chat. So daytimefrank@gmail.com. Email me there, and with your receipt, and I'll get you in.
So this has changed a lot over the years, but it used to be that Pop D's by Steep Vapors was my most popular video. First, it was Cotton Bacon V2 was my most popular video. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me just do something. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Share. Okay. So it used to be that Cotton Bacon was my most popular video. But now, for some reason, Amazing Mango by Naked 100 is my most popular video. It's got 14,000.
Wow.
When that first was released, that video, I mean, for the first 6 months, that video probably had 100 views. and there's just shit happens. I don't know how these things pick up pace, but I mean, Pancake Man, that one makes sense to me because Pancake Man was, especially at the time, a very popular flavor. Yeah. And that video actually, in the first couple weeks, I think got up to like 3,000 views. It was one of our quickest videos to gain views. But then these Naked 100 flavors, I guess maybe because Naked just has a lot of, they've done a lot of advertisement. They're kind of everywhere now. They do like the Naked 100, that mod from fucking, who the fuck does that mod for them? Anyways, they do a lot of different shit. So, but then there's some random, like in Unicorn Milk, that makes sense to me. I'd like to actually refilm that because that's a really old video, and I like that vape actually. But then there's some really crazy ones that I don't understand, like the ice cream cake by Vapor Treats. When's the last time you saw somebody fucking vape ice cream cake by Vapor Treats? Never. So yeah, and then like Great Ape by the Taffy Man. I remember when I put that video out, that was very popular very quickly. And again, I don't understand that because that's not a good liquid. So I don't know, whatever. Some of these are classics, and I totally get it why they get garnered views. But like Dr. Creamy Kitty Milk, 3,500 views. Why? Happy Rancher by Mount Baker Vapor, 3.7. I just don't get it. I don't know. People are weird. This is just like, what a blast from the past. All right.
I think it's kind of like hit and miss because there's a lot of people out there that just don't know about a lot of other companies, and they just do whatever is available local, and so that's where they're seeing it in their local shop, and they're like, I'll look up a review before I go ahead and buy this, and it just happens to be those more obscure, used to be bigger companies.
It's funny because there's like shit that I see that I think should be way more viewed. Like Milk by Glass, I think should be towards the top because that's a really, really good fucking liquid. And then they got this Halo Tracer and Reactor sub-ohm starter kit. That shit, they don't even make that anymore. I don't know, whatever. It's all ass backwards. The Taroto by Yami Vapor, I'm glad to see that got a lot of views. So I think that's a really unusual liquid. Even though it's a vanilla custard, it's really a lot more than that. So,
well, especially if it has taro in it, that's kind of like a tarantella that Armageddon used to make.
No. It's the name of the company. Or no. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Taroto. Yeah, I guess you might be right. But it's a Portuguese egg custard. So
yeah, that's what it looks like in the description. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. Very.
Saw my favorite review on there.
Which one?
Yeah, keep going. Stop.
Halo.
Right there. Second one in from the top.
Swamp Thing? Oh, God, what a terrible
man, the faces. Oh, yeah, God. I remember that one.
If you guys want to see a funny video, go watch that Swamp Thing by Ruthless. That's a terrible juice.
It tastes like freshly mowed grass.
Oh, it'll give you swamp mouth.
It will definitely give you swamp mouth. That one's really bad. All the ones from Ruthless were not good. Easy Does It's not good. We had some really hateful comments though, because some people love that shit, and we were not fans at all. There's some really good videos here actually that make me laugh. I'm looking for the really good Black Cherry by fucking Mount Baker Vapor. That should be way up here because that's a great video, if nothing else. That was a terrible e-liquid, but a great video. See, we did like a Noisy Cricket review. We done all. Remember these fucking guys? The little head.
Oh, Jesus, little head, yeah.
Man, that was some terrible juice too. Cool bottles, but terrible fucking juice. But then this like
you're saying there's a pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, right down there. Comb the Desert.
Yep.
You know that I'm surprised that the Schwartz videos didn't get. But again, at the same time, like everybody reviewed the fucking Schwartz.
Yeah.
You know,
a lot of these that I'm looking at, I'm like wondering like why do these have so many views? It's because a lot of these didn't get a lot of reviews. Like this Miss Samoa by Drip Tonic ended up being called this. They changed the name of that liquid 3 times. That liquid is now called FAQ, FA-Q, like FAQ, and you can still get that. That's still available. It's not called that anymore. Like this sour batch, they changed the name of that too, because obviously, and if you saw the actual bottles, it looks like a Sour Patch Kids bottle. It's fucking.
Yep.
But this right here, man, if you go, I wonder if they still make this. This Cool Fire Pebble by Innikin is like a 70-watt mod. The fucking thing is like this big. It's so small. This lady must have really fucking small hands because that thing is tiny. Great fucking mod. Okay, enough blast from the past. I'm pretty sure what I'm gonna do to celebrate the 4-year anniversary of this fucking channel is to actually go through and watch some of those really, really old videos, man. And just hang out with you guys, watch some old videos, give you some behind the scenes information, cringe along with you because some of those videos are really, really bad. You have to remember, when we started this channel, neither one of us, I mean, I had barely owned a fucking camera in my life, let alone recording any kind of video footage, right? So we used a webcam and not even like the standard C920 that everybody got to get that C920.
That's what I got right now. Yeah, that's all I use.
Which is I'm using that right now too. It's a good camera, and I actually would record a video with this if I had to. I was lucky enough I had actually had a fan of my show give me this fucking camera for free. This is the Canon. This is an older one, but it's a Canon EOS Rebel T3i. It's a fucking good camera. I love it. Except for the I need a mic for that so bad. That's a whole other story. But we started with the camera did max output of 720p, 20 frames a second, I think, 23 frames a second, whatever the video FPSs are. Man, it was just terrible. It was really, really terrible. The sound quality was fucking amazing. You think my sound quality is bad nowadays. It was so bad then. And we were just all over the place. There was no standard. It was like things were just wacky. The only standard that we had was Josh sat on one side, I sat on the other side. Like we had one, like he had his side, I had my side, and that was the only thing that we kept steady. Sometimes the camera would be fucking really low and up at us. Sometimes it would be fucking up, looking down on us. It was fucking wacky. Those were some early days. I was learning how to edit, and so the editing leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah, fucking some fucking crazy shit. I can't believe it's been 4 years, man. You know what I mean? Like, so much has happened in my life in that 4 years. It feels like a lot longer sometimes, but then other times I think like, wow, man. There's people like what's his name? Fucking Heathen. He's been doing this channel. He's been doing his channel for like 2 years. I've been doing it like twice as long as him. That's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Because this guy, like, you think of him, it's like, wow, he's a really established YouTuber. It's like, fuck, man, he hasn't been around that long, So yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's stuck around with us for that long, because that's fucking a long ass time. Hash has been here since the beginning. Hash fucking recorded a theme song for us. When at a time when nobody had theme songs. To this day, still really nobody has a theme song. So.
Nope.
For us, so just amazing. Yep, just amazing. And there's been a lot of times, I know people always ask about this, and and I've talked about it a million times, and then there was times where I thought it's going to be the end of the channel, like when Josh decided he wasn't going to do the channel anymore, which. He never came out and said, I don't want to do the channel anymore. I think that, in his mind, he probably still does want to do the channel. But when we realized that Josh wasn't going to do the channel anymore because he lives 2 hours away, he works, I work, we have, opposing schedules. And so I thought there was a big part of me where I had to like sit down, talk to him, talk to, Maria, talk to myself, and just say, what are we going to do? Am I going to give up this channel that I've been working on for so long? You know what I mean? And, I've stuck it out, and I think that we're still humming along pretty good. So, yeah.
And in the interest of fairness, I think that if things change around, Josh would be back around. You know what I mean? Like,
I know, 100%.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
love the Hof, dude. He's
if he was to show up on my porch tomorrow and be like, let's film some videos.
Let's do a review, right?
It would be like right back to where we were. I mean, honestly.
Right.
Thank you very much, Drowsy. I appreciate that. Really, really do. Okay. So we started a conversation. We'll talk more about the 4-year thing. I'm going to do a giveaway. I actually have a bunch of stuff to give away. And I'll talk about what I've been vaping, and then I'll talk a little bit about the giveaway. I actually have something I'm going to give away tonight. Just announced a couple weeks ago, announced the last giveaway winner. I was hoping to get more stuff from Heaven Gifts. That didn't work out the way I thought it was going to, but we do have some stuff to give away. It's actually pretty cool. Some people might be interested, some people might not be interested, but we have a bunch of them to give away. And that's these. So you might remember I did a review of these Cigalikes from Mimic. And I'm not a huge fan of Cigalikes, but there was something about Mimic's Cigalikes. It's because they use salt nick, and they're not all like 50 milligram. They were like 16, 20, 22 milligram. They were very smooth, and they had a ton of flavors, right? They're pre-filled cartomizers, but they really had a great flavor for that technology, especially. I thought it was really good. And so they sent me these. They actually made these pods now with some of the same flavors. Some of them are different, but there's two different kinds. There's this cloud pod, which they come in like 4, 6, and 8 milligram in salt nick, super fucking smooth. I have this one as an 8. This is a smoothie flavor. It's just, I forget, it's like strawberries and some other fruit in a smoothie. And then they have like a vape pod, and that's higher, less airflow, higher milligram. I think it's like 16, 20, and 30 or some shit like that. I'll have to look to be sure, but and I also have a ton of flavors, and so I have like 4 of these things to give away. The batteries go, the pods are what decides whether or not it's higher milligram and mouth to lung, or lower milligram and direct to lung. The batteries are universal, so I have 2 of these. I have 4 of these batteries to give away, and I have a bunch of the pods to give away as well. Now, as far as like the pods, they come pre-filled, but I was checking them out because me, I'm a tinkerer. And here on the bottom, it looks like there's just a plug here. It's like a little, I can't really see it here. There's like a little plug, and it looks to be removable to me. I'll have to do a little bit more research on that, but yeah, right here. No, it's rubber. I can feel it right now. So it's just a little rubber plug right here. And I'm pretty sure you can just pop that right out and then fill these fuckers up. They're pretty fucking big, man. It's like 6 milligrams or some shit. Or 6 milliliters. Damn. Yeah. So, and I actually I like Mimic anyways. I think because their prices are fucking amazing, and I think their products are pretty good. And yeah, so I've been enjoying these things. For a fucking pod, I think it's a pretty good vape, and it's pretty tasty. Of course, I will be more interested in putting my own liquids in here, but I think that what they come with is not bad either at all by any means. And they have so many flavors, like such a wealth of flavor, from everything from like tobaccos and menthols to fruits to desserts. They have pretty much everything covered. So we'll announce 2 winners at the end of the show. I'll do a little giveaway for you guys. Or maybe, you know what? We'll do 1 giveaway tonight. We'll do another giveaway next week on the live show. And then during the review for these things, I'll give away 2 as well. Let's do that. All right. So what am I vaping besides those? I have a pretty eclectic mix tonight. I am vaping the very last part of my little vape shop of horrors. I know what you dripped last summer. This is from, who the fuck made it? I forget. They were giving this stuff away, though. Super Dope Laboratories. That's pretty good, actually. I'm totally blanking. Strawberry Rice Square. They were giving these away during Black Friday. You had to pay like the shipping on it was like $4, and so I got one. I love Rice Krispie Treat flavors. It's like my new addiction, and I don't have anything besides this one, so I've just been. It's okay. The strawberry's too strong. It's all kind of low quality. Not low quality. It's just cheap liquid. That's all. I am vaping it though, so that should tell you something. It's not terrible. I got that in the Stack mod, the Stack clone. Dun 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 clone mod.
EV.
And I have the Troll on there, which again, great RDA. Got the US 1V2 RDA in black with my black metal top cap on there. I have like so many top caps for these fucking things. I got red ones, blue ones, black ones, rose gold, which is copper, whatever, or brass, whatever you call it. I have my Switch mod here, which I actually literally fucking dropped from like shoulder height. I was like, I don't know what I was like taking my briefcase off my shoulder or some shit. I fucking dropped my mod from shoulder height. It's dripping all over the place onto pavement, and it fucking dinged it up so bad. It's got fatty dings all over. You can't see. Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can
But
see
it
them.
still works.
Oh yeah, I thought it was gonna fucking pop the battery off though because it fell from such a distance. It hit so hard. So yeah. This is my go-to. I never have used a mod Addy combination for so long. as this one. I've been using this for over a month, and yeah, fucking love it. Got White Girl in there. I have the I don't know if he's here tonight, but I got this. Oh my god, I'm gonna blank on his name. And I'm gonna feel so fucking bad. I'm gonna look in the chat. He's not here. Oh, thank God. Oh shit. What the fuck is his name? Oh my god, I can't believe it. He knows I'm a fucking shithead and I don't remember his name. One of the regular viewers. He makes coils. He's a really cool guy. He lives in Mexico with his wife. What is his name?
Oh, Kenny B.
Kenny B. Thank you. So he actually sold me this for, I'm not gonna say how much, a really, really good price. This is the Steel Punk Slug, and this is the Steampunk limited edition version. The only difference is that it's in copper. They didn't usually make these in copper, and the 510 is actually like a cog, like from like a machine, like a cog wheel design. It's really, really nice. This thing is so nice. It's got this nice little wood finish on the middle part here. It hits like a dream. And I have my Dead Rabbit with the challenge cap, of course, because I'm not a Nazi, so I'm going to use a challenge cap.
Right after those come out, I had an authentic and a clone of it. I wanted to compare. I got the clone, and then I was like, I think I fucking like this. I'm going to get the authentic, and then I ended up liking the clone better.
Yeah, actually, that original run, man, I was watching. We were watching tons of reviews before we bought this, and the consensus seemed to be that at the very least, the clone was as good as the authentic. But there is literally no reviews of the authentic steampunk version that we have here. We looked; there is nothing online. Yeah. We contacted the company. That's the only way we found out any information about it. 'Cause we thought this has to be a clone, because we thought there is no authentic. This is not a thing. So we contacted the company, not saying Kenny B would do that to us, but we contacted the company and they're like, yeah, it's a thing. We made a couple hundred of them, and that was it. And so we got one. We're super happy about it. This is such a great mod. It's That's awesome. Finicky. It's a little finicky because it has a really unusual firing mechanism, which is.
Have you took it completely apart yet?
Yeah, a couple different times. Yeah. I love it though. It grows on you. And I have Bebe cakes from Vape Wild. I'm doing some reviews for them, and so the thing about Vape Wild is you have to steep all their stuff, and I'm so not good about waiting. Like once I get something in my hands, I want to vape it.
Yeah, I'm not waiting.
Yeah, so but I tried this when it first came in, and then it made me go, okay, you need to wait, because I tasted like black licorice at first.
Oh.
After steeping it for 2 weeks, man, I'm really, really liking this flavor. It's like mixed berries. With like pomegranate and cake and shit. It's fucking delicious. It's so good. I still get these little black anise notes in it, which I'm not a fan of that at all. But for some reason, it really works in that context. It cuts through the sweetness a lot. So I'm rocking that. I have the McLovin with the Panther. Super expensive mod, super cheap RDA. It's like all the same shit from last week. And I'm vaping Glazed and Confused, which is the peanut butter popcorn balls with marshmallows and glaze. That shit's really good too. I was really impressed by Vape Wild this time. They sent stuff. I was really happy with it. They also sent me this this limited edition fucking tank thing. Here's RDA, our sub-ohm tank is what it is, and it matches my little fucking my little mod here really good. So I'm liking that. This is a mesh sub-ohm tank, and again, I'm really impressed by the flavor in this thing. I hate sub-ohm tanks usually, but this thing, I'm a big fan. What is this called? This is the fucking
Hamina.
Oh, Falcon tank. Yeah,
the Falcon tank. Yeah, and this is like a limited version of it because it's got this different stupid paint on it, but it's cool. I like it. And then I got the fucking top side with the drop solo. I have a Gizzard Brew, the original one in here.
There you go.
And then I also have this bad boy here. I got the Gladiator with the fucking clone. Another clone. I'm not
Sherman clone, yeah.
Sherman clone. Because who's going to pay that much for a fucking authentic Sherman?
No.
What's that, Juan Castillo?
JC, what's up, brother?
So good. They're so good. So, and I paid $20 for this clone. So, actually, I didn't even buy it. My mom's ex-husband bought it and gave it to me. So, Juan Castillo, what's going on, brother? Yeah, where is Kenny B? That's what I want to know. So, Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead. It's your show. I was interrupting.
No, go for it, man.
I was just going to say, we need to all, say Kenny B at the same time he'll show up.
Just say it 3 times, he'll show up.
Yeah, like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, right.
Kenny B. I'll freak out if he fucking shows up.
That would be fucking awesome. Oh my god. That'd be fucking dope. Okay, and then I have the AI pod system from iJoy. This thing is pretty good. It's kind of middle of the road. It's not great. It's not terrible. That's kind of where we're at with pods right now. Every company wants to release a pod. And so what we get is a lot of 3 out of 5 pods. Like, they're all right. They're not super great. They're not terrible. This one's cool because it comes with the old school lanyard like you used to get with your fucking...
You know, the Cigalikes.
With your fucking... or your vision spinners and shit. You know what I mean? You'd have your little lanyard and go to the festival and think you're
For
cool.
all the people that lose their shit a lot.
Yeah.
It's like they made it for me. This is good. It's not bad. It's not bad. Refillable pod, all that shit. It's pretty good. I've got the Nexus. This is my very first pod I ever got was the Vaporoso Nexus. I've bought pods for it a couple times. I actually really like this. But the king of all pod systems, in my opinion, right now, it's hard to beat the old Swaron Vagon. Of course, I got the bands around it because it's kind of broken, and so I have to hold it together with these bands and a little bit of hope and dreams. And I have Killer Custard Salt in here, which has really grown on me. When I first got it, I didn't care for it. And God damn it, this thing is amazing.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Sherman either. I mean, I have one. I probably haven't wicked it or put a build in it in close to a year.
I love the Sherman if you have the right mod for it. Like, right, I think this looks great, right? I think this looks cool. You could beat someone up with it. You could kill someone with it, which is great for me. And I think that it comes pretty damn close to giving you an RDA experience with a tank. But it's a little bit too big, so you lose a little bit of flavor from that travel from the coils to your mouth. However, I will say, if you're looking for a tank that really gives you an RDA style flavor experience, it's really, really hard to beat the Tobacco Super Tank RTA 25 millimeter here. I don't know if they still make these. If they do, they're probably, I bought this brand new. It was $20. I think it was actually less than $20. And I've bought 3 of these things because they're from Tobacco, and so the glass will break. They don't come with extra glass. This one actually is broken. It has a big crack down the middle of it. And if you'll notice, it spins like crazy. Like you have to like make sure that the airflow, that the juice fucking flow is like in the right spot. But I will say this thing has the perfect ratio of like airflow, and it's kind of squatty, so it's not a long distance between the coils in your mouth. This thing has amazing flavor. I think it's probably the best thing that Tobacco's ever released, in my opinion.
I think my favorite one, it was given to me by BT Vape Guy. It's the Proto RTA. Came out like 2-3 years ago. Little 22 millimeter. That thing is awesome fucking flavor on it. As long as you wick it right. If you don't wick it right, your juice is just going to go everywhere. That's
the same with this one. It's like if you wick it too much, you're going to get dry hits. If you don't wick it enough, it's going to fucking leak everywhere. But
this thing, it won't, because the way the juice goes down, it's like there's like 4 holes and it just drops right down. It like literally just drips onto the coils. So it's pretty
like Paul just like Paul like when a teacher's like talking and he goes, "Hey, so Paul's not paying attention," and Paul's like, "I'm paying attention."
5 minutes later.
I'm just fucking with you, Paul. I love you, brother. Paul on here, man. It's been so long since Paul was on. I fucking love this guy.
Of course I'm paying attention.
So we've all talked about what we're vaping. I kind of want to continue the conversation that we were starting last week, and I'm glad we have these 2 other guys on here. Last week we got a little bit sidetracked talking about advocacy, which is always great. I have no problem with that. But we were starting talking about the conversation of flavors that companies cannot get right. We talked about, I think we talked about what, grape and cherry?
Yeah.
So we need to talk about banana. We need to talk about.
Well, we were talking about banana, about how runty it is.
Coffee.
What'd you say?
Coffee can get nasty. Yeah, we talked about banana last week.
But I think I think that we're at a place now where I've had a lot of really good coffees.
Yeah, so have I. I mean, I make a lot of really good coffees.
But I've had very few good chocolates. That's a good one. I think chocolate is a really good one to bring up. I can think of maybe one, which is the white chocolate strawberry. Or no, it's just the chocolate strawberry. Was it the white chocolate? It might have been a white chocolate from Kilo.
Yeah, I think it's a white chocolate.
I think it's white chocolate. That doesn't count. Yeah. So I actually have that vape. Hit me up on Facebook and I'll definitely do a trade with you. Why not? I have a couple chocolates that I've enjoyed, but I still think that they could be better. One chocolate that I really liked was the chocolate donut from Vaping Swag. I thought was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the problem with chocolate vapes, in my opinion, is they tend to be a little bit waxy, which is the same problem that like American chocolate has compared to chocolate from like a different country. So, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, if anything from like chocolate, I get like almost like chalky from it. It's like they're using.
Yeah.
It's just they're just not mixing the chocolate. I don't know what kind of chocolate a lot of times they're using. They might be just using like double chocolate clear from TFA, and that stuff is kind of lame. It's not very good. I mean, you have to really build it up to get anything out of it, and a lot of companies just aren't going to take the time to do that because they're just going to hit it and quit it.
That's what I get.
Most time chocolates just aren't. You don't taste anything, or it tastes this very light, kind of nothing flavor. I'll tell you one company that did chocolate really well, which was Charlie Noble had a chocolate chip cookie. The chocolate in that was fucking on point, but they stopped making it. I still think you can get a version of it from one of the store that they're associated with. I can't remember the name of the store, of course, but they do like a low key version of it, but it's not with the same kind of quality of flavors that Charlie Noble would have used if they were doing it themselves. They kind of farmed it off to a different.
You're talking about Vape Dojo.
Vape Dojo, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's again with my thoughts on the chocolate thing is it's good if it's layered in, if it's not trying to be the overpronounced flavor. You know what I mean?
The main note.
Yeah, exactly. The one that always rings true to me, and it's Christine's favorite fucking flavor, and you've reviewed it, would have been Nothing Better from Vape Girl.
Yeah, that's a really good liquid.
You know, that's peanut butter, chocolate with a hint of banana. So there's 3 fucking flavors that are next to impossible to nail, layered together to make an amazing fucking amalgamation.
Yeah, that is a really good fucking flavor. And I think that it's the combination of those 3 things that they did that flavor really, really well. The problem with, and I think peanut butter's come a long way, and I think there's a new standard for peanut butter ever since Code 69 from Drip Code. That's a peanut butter that's going to be really, really hard to top. That shit is next level. That's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it is a peanut butter.
Yeah, Stashy Liquids. His peanut butter and jelly was fucking phenomenal. Like first peanut butter vape that I ever had next to Nothing Better was Stash's PB&J, and nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. I mean, Stash is still around. I haven't ordered Stash in about 3 years, and I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on another nice little order from Stash.
So Pippa, says something.
She's spot on. That's
totally true. Which is mainly commercial companies using Capella, Flavor West, CFA, because they get these contracts with those guys to produce them large quantities of these flavorings.
Well, it's that plus also some of your smaller flavor houses. What they're doing is like they don't have a consistency.
Yeah.
Like Inawera makes some great flavors, but they're constantly like they had one of the best chocolates you can get, but they're constantly reformulating. And with them, I'm not sure why. I know some of the other companies, if they do reformulations, a lot of times it's because they can't get that flavoring anymore to make that concentrate, or they're having trouble with like MSDSs and stuff like that, which that's international. I found out. We talked about that last week with LabWorks. So that's what happens a lot of times with that. Yeah, JFM, you're right. Yeah, screw Inaware for reformulating milk chocolate because they had the best.
And Graham Drop says folk art killed it with Mayan milk, so I have to check that out.
Oh yeah, that's.
See, the only thing that like when we talk about these things, and I know that
Boss Reserve too. He did Cutwood's Boss Reserve better than they did.
Yeah, that's true. But the problem is when we start talking about because we're going to go down a road where we're going to start talking about, okay, well, we can make a flavor that's better than what's commercially available, which 100% I will always agree with that, because I personally vape something I make myself because I couldn't find what I wanted, so I made it. But the majority of vapors aren't going to have that experience. The majority of vapors, 99% of them, are going to never make their own liquid. They're always going to rely on commercial. And so, I mean, I think it's just up to us. I think what I need to do is that I need to start reviewing more flavors like this, like the ones, you know, like the trouble flavors. Like sometimes I'll get lines in, and if I see something like, and it's going to go to what Smoke 42 Vape said, if I get something that's like a pineapple or like a dragon fruit or like a lot of these flavors where I will like, maybe I won't even review them because I'm just so, I know what this is going to be, and I don't want to review this because it's not good at all. And I'm just not interested in that, right? And I have so much stuff coming in that sometimes you just have to like pick and choose, like, okay, I'm going to review this part from this line. When a company sends me 18 liquids, and then another company the next day sends me 18 liquids, and I get 10 liquids, and it goes on and on and on. And I do every single review I do is for one flavor. I just have to pick and choose. But what I need to do is start really laying the hammer down on some of these companies and saying, no, this shit is fucking bad. Stop making these bananas that taste like runts. Stop making fucking terrible chocolates. Stop making these fucking awful pineapples. And I think pineapple is another one of those flavors that I'm glad he brought it up. It's kind of one of those secondary flavors that I think that it can be done right, because I've had really good pineapples, but I think the majority of pineapples you're going to get are not good.
Yeah, they're like just either too strong, or with pineapple, if you're going to use a plastic tank, if you're using an older tank, you're going to crack it.
You're going to melt that shit. You know?
Yeah, all that citric acid in there. Because that's something we had talked about today, was all the all the ingredients that are in concentrates. Your butyric acids and all your propanols and stuff like that, and your ethyl maltols and everything, your maltols that'll mute the flavors. And that's what we talk about with TFA did, because TFA, you can go on their website and they break down, they tell you basically, I mean, some of it's kind of vague, like water. Some of them just that, they add water to them, and it says like more than 5%, but less than 50%. It's like, okay.
So,
yeah, as you said, grape, it is tough. The only two that I've had that I've actually enjoyed were the Caterpillar e-juice, e-liquid, Ace of Spades, which is the purple pixie stick. And it's ultimately a great pixie stick with a hint of citrus to give it that sour candy flavor.
Would you define it more as purple?
Oh no, dude! It's total purple. Like it tastes like purple.
Yeah.
But then Lost Art, grape white. It's a juicy white grape with a hint of candy flavor.
That's actually not
love that stuff, man.
That's actually not a bad liquid. Yeah, I wonder how they actually. You know what? I kind of wonder how they got that, because that is fairly decent for a grape. Yeah, I think that we're probably going to get to a place where grape is going to be okay. Well, we're going to have good grapes out there eventually, but there's some that are never going to be done right, and I think cherry's definitely one of those.
The only one that I've had was Crew Juice AFC, actual fucking cherry from Big Lou.
Yeah,
that's the only good cherry that I've had without it going Robitussin on me.
That's actually what we talked about that a lot the last show. We were talking about how the only good one was one that actually didn't have cherries in it.
Right.
So,
yeah,
cherry is rough.
Yeah. Now, Island Vapes distribution. Now they're only doing one shots. Now they're not doing nicked up e-liquid anymore. But he has a great it's a great pixie stick. It's more of a purple. It's not. When I saw it and I had to review it, I'm thinking, oh, this is gonna suck, because I hate candy vapes, especially pixie sticks. And that one actually turned out pretty nice. It wasn't over the top, just like all sugar in it. It was done right.
It's weird because I would always think I'm not big on, when I say I'm not big on candy vapes, I mean basically I would never vape a candy vape on my own time. I like to think I can tell the difference between a good one and a bad one, of course, but I've been really surprised by pixie stick flavors, especially because there's for some reason they really can nail that experience, that texture.
Yeah.
Like the powderiness of pixie sticks. For some reason, they've gotten that down, and so yeah,
Yeah, that Ace of Spades by Caterpillar, that's definitely one to check out. If you want that intriguing pixie stick purple flavor, that one, I went through 120 mils in 5 days, and I'm usually a 60 mil every 10 days kind of a guy now. Like I vape my fucking face off, but I noticed that I'm not going through as much liquid as I used to.
I like what Graham says there. Is it that really goes medicinal, or is it in our minds already that the grape or cherry getting funky?
So I think that there's probably a little bit to that, right? But I think that you have to have something to trigger that. I don't think you're automatically like when I eat a cherry or drink cherry juice or some shit like that, right? It's not like I'm gonna go, oh, that tastes like Robitussin.
Yeah, but in a vape, it's because it's almost like PTSD when it comes to it. I mean, you're just worried about it because.
Yeah, at this point now, I think that if
bad experiences with it,
a hint of something that's a little bit off with a cherry flavor, if I'm vaping it,
you're going to be sensitive to it. You're going to pick up all the off notes.
I mean, if I can find a cherry Luden's cough drop flavor, that wouldn't be bad. You know what I mean? Like if it came out instead of Red Death NyQuil flavor,
Yeah, I'd be okay with the Ludens.
Yeah, totally.
I like fucking A. Yeah, well, there's something about candy, but I don't understand. We get so much liquid for review, and I see this really troubling trend that I've seen for the last 4 years, is that people are putting out liquids that I think that honestly the majority of people don't want to vape. And maybe I don't know if it's just that they're biased and they want to vape it, or I have this old vape magazine. And one of the articles is like, it's like an industry magazine. One of the articles is like, don't just make things you want to vape, because that's not what your audience wants. And I disagree with that so much. You should only make things you want to vape, because your passion is going to come through in your products, right? I think that if you're just vaping, like, what do I need to make? I need to have a candy. I need to have a fruit. I need to have this and that. If you're just playing the fucking numbers, then I think you're going to suffer for that. And
they should say in order to capitalize, you should make what your customers want, not what you want. But if you want to put out a good recipe, then you need to do it how you want it to do it. You're going to have more passion and everything like that. But
I mean, that it's like Vape Kitchen. Oren, he does not use any commercial flavorings whatsoever. He does all of his own bases extractions. Yeah. And he makes the flavors that he would want to vape, because he knows the culinary side of things, and he knows what works well on the palate. So
look at Swag and his blueberry.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just got 120 mils of that blueberry. Just Fresh told me to.
Yep.
So if it ends up being lousy, Fresh will probably get a 60 ml bottle of it. So it was a setup all along, man. And it's supposed to be like one of the best blueberries out there. I'm looking forward to actually using it in the mix. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
I've been so happy with everything I've gotten that he produces himself, like the strawberry and the blueberry, anything like that I know he makes with the fruit that he grows most of the time. I've been super happy with that shit. It's good. And I think that Vape Kitchen's another example of somebody who's very passionate. And I think they have a very loyal following, because they do things like they don't use PG at all. Like there is zero PG in all of them. Zero.
Nothing. All of his extractions are done VG only.
Oh wow.
They are one of the first companies that I knew of that did 100% VG e-liquids. Well, I mean, you know what I mean? Not 100%, because there's flavor in there somewhere, but it's extracted into VG. Yeah, man, fucking absolutely amazing. And he does some really wacky flavors, but they are also really good. He does like a Thai mango sticky rice that is fucking amazing, absolutely amazing. And I think that good on him for continuing to do what he's passionate about.
Oh yeah.
But what I'm kind of where I was going with that was like, what do most people, when you're talking to somebody who's been vaping for a while, right? It's hard to like talk to people when they first start because people don't know what they want. And they might say wacky shit like, "Oh, I want a Red Bull flavor," because they don't fucking know any better, right? And luckily, that's kind of a flavor we've seen die out over the last few years. Even at gas stations, you don't see that shit anymore. Thank God, for the most part. But like Mountain Dew and shit, right?
Oh, fucking Paul used to say that all the time. I wish I could vape Mountain Dew.
And it's so gross. But so, what do most people once they start vaping, even for a while, what do they want to vape? I would say 90% of people go for dessert flavors.
Strawberry.
Strawberry, creams, cakes, that's what people want. And you know what? Out of the flavors that we get, so few of those are or anything like that. There's so few desserts being produced. There's so few creams. It's just like they're all putting out this fucking candy crap.
Or fruit.
Yeah, or just straight fruits, like mango strawberry. It's like, come on, dude. Unless you're doing something really fucking special with this mango strawberry that I have not seen done yet before, which you're not, then save yourself, man, because you're dumping money down the fucking sink. Then
it's Christmas time, winter time, and people are coming out with summery e-liquids.
Yeah, the last few batches we've gotten have been really unexceptional. So yeah,
I love strawberry.
And strawberry is on the DIY side. Strawberry is like one of the easiest to learn. It's a nice basic. When you get your starter kit, you want to have 2 or 3 strawberries in there, and you're gonna have something to vape.
Well, I think that most people also, once they start vaping, you'll realize that strawberry is one of those flavors that just works. And I say this in my reviews all the time. Some flavors just work, and some flavors just don't work.
Yeah, I've never done it because it was easy. I've done it because I love strawberry.
It works, yeah.
Damn near everything I have has strawberry in it that I make.
Goes like we're talking about flavors that don't go. It's cherry, grape, fucking most of the time people fuck up banana. Back in the day, peanut butter was always like burnt nuts. It's like some flavors just don't go. Another flavor go, man. Strawberry, pistachio, that shit goes. Like it just works. Yep. No matter what you do with it, it's fucking amazing. So,
what are you guys' thoughts on root beer?
Well, now the flavor art root beer concentrate is, you throw that with, some cream and you got a root beer. I mean, as far as commercial wise, I haven't tried any that was worth a shit.
I can't even remember the last time I had one.
I haven't.
I tried a couple and I didn't like them.
Never had a root beer vape. I stay away from it.
I could see that being really tough.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge.
Actually,
it's not really tough. It's just so many people have done it poorly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it.
Because now Flavora has a root beer concentrate that is spot on. Now you throw whatever you want to throw, some cream or some ice cream or something. You have root beer float, and it's spot on. It's perfect. It's the best one out there.
Yeah. So, like Swag said, he does do that exactly what you're saying, and also Vape Kitchen and
Six Mix, and Ty.
Yeah, Ty does it as well.
Yeah, he does naturally extracted coffees, tobaccos, teas. He does them all.
So it's funny that Drowsy said pavlova, meringue, strawberry, kiwi. I've actually had a really good pavlova. I don't know how to pronounce it, but pavlova. It's like a Russian dessert.
Pavlova.
We actually had one. I've only had one that was ever sent in, and I really liked it. It was very sweet, almost syrupy, but man, there was this really delicate, flaky pastry element to it that just went. Another thing, it just went. It was so good. Again, like creams. Like it's so hard to fuck up a cream. Cream just works. It just goes. And I just want to call these companies and just say, just stop. Just make a strawberry cream. That's what everybody wants, and you can't fuck that up. It's so hard for you to fuck that up. So just do it. So whatever. Yeah. So yeah, root beer floats. Yeah, I know that. That would be good.
Nikki does make a good one. She uses TFA root beer as one of her flavors in it. I don't know what else she puts in it, but the Flavora root beer just makes it easier.
I have not had any of that, but I've actually heard people say it's good. I would be into a root beer float. I think not as a primary vape, but as something to toot on every once in a while. I'd fuck with that. Why not?
Yeah, the TFA root beer, I get like that black licorice and almost anise type of flavor from it. So it's for me, it was a turnoff. I mean, my wife enjoyed it.
That's my most opposed flavors. Like I can't do anise or black licorice. Like I fucking hate both of those.
Well, I can do anise with if it's done right, because like right now, me and Mary Beth we both made the Italian cookie, the pizzelles, and she nailed it better than I did because she had the flavor of anise and I didn't. So I just tried to run up a Nona's cake high enough to pull the anise notes out of it, and it did get a little some more off notes on it. But we're going to collaborate and probably come up with one really good.
So yeah, these guys, Khan and Drowsy, both correcting me here. It's an Australian dessert, which is definitely true, and it's named after a Russian ballerina who was named Pavlova. So yeah, and then Drowsy said it's quite popular here in New Zealand as well. So the one we had, it was like I said again, it was really, really sweet. But I think that's a flavor that could be done well. It's not impossible to do it well. So because it's strawberries, kiwi is another flavor that could be really hard to get right. I've had a lot of bad kiwi flavors.
Key lime, well, not necessarily key lime. It's more kiwi. Like kiwi, I would love to find a good kiwi, and I've tried several recipes with different kiwis, and just not been happy with them at different percentages and stuff like that. So I kind of gave up on that. Yeah. I want a good strawberry kiwi, and I don't do commercial stuff, so I'd have to make it myself, and I just haven't been happy with anything.
Flavor West kiwi's all right. I mean,
the one that I liked actually that had a little bit of kiwi in it is the fucking one from Dawn.
Addie's yogurt.
Addie's yogurt. I thought it was good. It wasn't my favorite of all time, but I thought it was good, especially here and there. Like I would just have an RDA with it in it, and I would just walk by, take a puff. I thought that was pretty good. It had a really good yogurt.
And that's the only one that's not her recipe. That's actually Fresh's.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I like it. It's good. Yeah. So now we got some fucking Aussies fighting with the New Zealanders about where this, and that's something I actually read when I was looking up the Pavlova. They said it started in New Zealand, but then it moved to Australia, but then there's like this argument back and forth between who does it the best. And don't you guys have enough going on over there to keep yourselves busy instead of fighting about Pavlova? Australia, man, big time trouble for them on the vaping front. So
yeah, well, there's one over here. It's a more of a local one, but it's going to be an important one. Is Suffolk County, Long Island.
Well, welcome to California.
Talking about flavor banning out there, so
they're talking about flavor banning a whole fucking state here. I mean, it's not going to happen, but they are going to try to do it. So. Yeah.
If it happens, you just need to move out of the state, and then we'll just really get one good earthquake going and just push it out into the ocean and be done with it.
I fucking love California. I really do, but man, they make it hard to love. Shit's so fucking expensive. Ugh, gross. I don't think Jesse's paying attention.
It's a new way.
Yeah, Pip is right. BT English marmalade. Yeah, it's a strawberry kiwi.
All right, you guys. I think this is about it. About to wrap it up. It's almost 8:30. We've gone a little bit longer than I like to go, but I really appreciate.
We started late, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I love everybody. Thank you guys so much. 4 years of OverDose Vapes. I couldn't do it without you guys. Well, I could, but it'd be a lot less interesting. So, cheers to all you guys. Thanks, Hash, for coming on. Thanks, Jess, for coming on. Thank you, Frank, for helping us out with the Zoom room and coming on, hanging out. Appreciate it as always. All of you guys, I hope to see you in the next week for the live show, of course. That's going to be the last one probably before Christmas. I would imagine. Let me see. The 16th. I might do one on the 23rd. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it rolls. But regardless, like I said, let's do a quick giveaway. Everybody put a number between 1 and 100 in the chat, and I'll do a pick. Let me get this thing. I'll show you guys. Okay, so I got these pre-made kits. They actually pre-made them for me. So we'll do, what are we gonna do? Do it on the good ones. They're all good. But... Okay, this is the one that I would be most interested in if it was me. So we have the Mimic Pod battery itself here, and it comes with the charging cable, of course, all that shit you would need. It has the flavor Delight. This is the Cloud Pod, 6 milligram. Delight is a strawberry shortcake, I think. Let me look. Let me look. So it's just a strawberry cream, sweet natural strawberries, light vanilla cream. It's good. It's actually what I'm vaping in my pod right now. Delight, and then smoothie, and smoothie is strawberry banana smoothie with creamy notes and texture. You get the sweet bite of a strawberry embedded in a blanket of thick and smooth banana. If you like the beverage, you will love this flavor. Again, this is what I'm vaping in my other pod. Both of these are probably my favorite two out of the bunch. So you got the battery, you got the Delight, which is the strawberry cream, and you got the Mimic smoothie here, which is the banana strawberry smoothie. Both extremely good. So, all right.
Anybody else that is looking to get on this giveaway, get your number out there.
Yep,
Yeah.
1 to 100. Everybody do it. Come on.
Get it.
We got 27 people watching, only about 7 or 8 numbers out there.
The thing you need to remember is even if you don't like it, get in on the giveaway. You may find someone that's local to you that you can help out.
Man, this would be
Switch from getting off cigarettes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's an
great
awesome
Christmas
little starter pack.
Yeah, it'd be a great Christmas gift to somebody who is still smoking currently, because it gives them 2 options. Got the Cloud, which is this one right here. That is actually a pretty good Cloud, still in 6 milligram. Plenty of nick there. And then this smoothie one is the more mouth to lung one. That's in 15 milligram. I will say this: both of these are so smooth that you can vape these out however you want, and you're going to be totally fine. So, I like it. I'm a huge fan of these things. I think and the price on these things is great. So, all right, let's go ahead and I'll just do it. Sin in, what's going on?
Pippa says 69 will give my win to Graham for a homeless person.
Or a homeless person.
Or a homeless person. Well, I think they're one and the same.
If Sin in wins, she says he wants me to give him to you for the raffle.
Yeah, that works.
And actually, if she doesn't win, the next one I'll just give you for the raffle instead of doing this giveaway. We'll do that. Okay. I'm glad you said or. Okay. Well, let me pull up a random number generator here. You know that random.org fucking started charging for a lot of their services?
Did you know that Paul was asleep?
Yep.
Not asleep. Starting to nod off, but I'm not asleep.
I'm not asleep.
Hold on a second.
Nah, medicine's kicking in, so I'm starting to.
Yeah, my fibromyalgia medicine makes me tired as shit. It kicked in about 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so unlike what is the typical thing where we do 3 of them, I'm just doing 1. Fuck it. Here we go. Number's 18.
Yeah, let's see. Juan Castillo's got 21.
Yeah, that would be closest without going over.
Looks like
Oh, that is going over.
That's
That
a true
is going
story.
yeah, going over 18.
Fuck.
Well, the closest would be Cooking Con.
At 5. But I don't know if I can ship it to him.
Yeah, he's international.
Maybe do it twice.
Let me see here. Somebody else put a number in. No, I'm just fucking around.
Swag. You guys ain't got shit on my Ambien.
Oh, fucking, you know what? My doctor wouldn't give me Ambien because I have sleepwalking problems. He said it would make it worse. Okay.
Ambien makes some people do some crazy shit.
Yeah, it does.
I remember a time a woman walked into a Wawa just completely naked at like 7 o'clock in the morning because she was on Ambien. He drove there and everything.
Contact me and we'll work something out. No, I wasn't even thinking that like because it's international, but I think because of where he lives internationally, I'm not 100% sure that vaping is above board there.
And plus, you're talking the pod's already nicked up. That could
Yeah.
be an issue.
But I mean, if you just contact me, we'll figure it out. If not, we'll just do it next week. I mean, but you can contact me. We'll figure it out. I usually don't do the over thing, but Tesh always makes me do it.
No problem.
All right. Well, so yeah, Con, get a hold of me on Facebook, and we will get this out to you. We will work that out. Again, I have a bunch more of these things. My review will be coming out probably this week. And so if you're like I don't give a fuck.
No, Con just said no worries. Send it to the next number.
I guess
So it's Juan Castillo, then.
So it'd be Juan.
It'll be Juan, yeah. All right. So Juan, contact me. You know that he's won before. Contact me. You know the drill. All right. And again, like I said, if you're not interested in these things right now, watch my review because I think that you probably will change your mind because these things are fucking pretty damn good. I liked the Cigalikes, and so these pods are just even better than that. So, yeah, and I have a bunch of them to give away, so I want to do that.
Yeah, that worked out good because I have a Soaring Air already in the prize packs, courtesy of MechMod RN.
And I tell you what, I will send like some of these pre-made packs. They put these together like as giveaway things, right?
Yeah.
Some of them like tropical and cafe mocha. What I will do is I will take some of the flavors they sent me, some of the better flavors. Like there's one here. It's called Blue Nut, which is like a hazelnut blueberry fucking cake.
Oh,
It's
that's
really
something.
good. I'll put together a good one for your giveaway.
Cool. All right, Freddie, sounds good. Yeah, can never have enough coils for the prize packs because I got 10 here, got like 6 or 7 in here. So yeah.
Frank, message me your address. Actually, who's
All
doing that? Are you doing? Is the stuff being sent to you?
Some of it's being sent to me. Some of it's just going to go directly to the winners.
Well, I'll just probably send me your address, and I'll probably send some stands.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, most of the stuff that just going like direct is like stuff that has like sizes and nick levels and stuff like that.
Send me your address and I'll send you a Christmas card.
Hey, all right.
Graham says I have a better personality
Not anymore.
Okay.
With Facebook, nobody really sends Christmas cards anymore. They say, Merry Christmas on Facebook and call it a day.
I think we're actually going to take pictures.
Yeah.
Of my son and Maria and like the animals and shit. Old school. Put sweaters on. Take a nice picture. Send them out.
Yeah,
Graham.
we're gonna do a Christmas card with my kid this year because he's having the quintessential childhood Christmas. He lost both of his front teeth last week.
So
A day apart.
it saved you some money because all he
Nice.
needs for Christmas is his 2 front teeth.
Yeah, right.
All right, you guys. This is it. We're out of here. Good night. Love you guys. Peace out. We'll see you next time. Take it easy. Thank you for the 4 years. Appreciate you guys. Stop streaming. Okay.